What's going on, guys? This is Ted with the Slot Car Daddy channel. We're back again for part 2 of getting this old dinosaur to run again. In part 1, you seen I did do some test runs with it, but part 1 was also very long, and I assure you this video is quite a bit shorter. We made some good progress on mounting the body. Anyway, stick around, check it out. All right, fellas, we're back for part 2, but I want to do a recap of what we did in part 1. This slotted chassis is now running a Scale Electric's quick change braid guide, all soldered in. We already did a test run. We know it's going to work fine. Here's some of the modifications we did. Right here, we cut the chassis back. We filled in the gap for support with a little bit of JB weld. We shaped this guide area for the new Scale Electric guide here, which is screwed in right here through the new hole we drilled. It clears the front of the body, which I didn't want to hack up, so that was successful. I had one screw missing, and we got that all situated from our local Ace Hardware. I got a couple new chassis sliders, the M2 screws that go in and adjust your wheelbase, so those are in. Wheelbase has been adjusted. The car fits on there perfect, and as you've seen from the test run, if you made it through to the end on that test run, I took a big chance doing that with the body not attached, and it did fall off, and but it survived. Could have been a disaster. Let's get into mounting this body and what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to scab a piece here. From here to here. We will have to drill a hole in it to match this front mount. The rear mount here will line up just about perfect. We're going to put springs in there to bring it down to the height we want. And also these got to come off because these hit right on the body. And I think once that part is done, which we're going to get into right now, the body will be mounted and we'll be able to take this thing out on the big track. Now there's also a spot here for a magnet. We'll see how it runs without a magnet. You guys know me. I like total downforce with the lightweight magnet. But anyway, we'll run it both ways and see just what it does. And we'll be right back to get started on mounting this body. Alright guys, let's start with the easy stuff. Let's take these off. I really don't think I need these. Anyway, it doesn't matter now. There's one. Let me hold on to that piece while we cut it. There we go. Those are off. Okay. Yep, it's a slotted chassis. It's a Scale Electric partially, and an Eldon body going on it. We got to come up with a name for that. I'll start thinking of one now. Dino loves to stack tires. He'll fetch them and he'll bring them back and he'll make stacks out of them. I don't know, he's kind of funny about that. Fellas, I was sitting here getting ready to start another part of the filming, and I realized everything is blurry. I couldn't figure it out. I thought it was the camera. And then I realized if you look at my glasses, one of the lenses fell out. So I got to fix those. We'll glue those in. We'll get back to this. Well, guys, I was eating a popsicle just a little while ago and contemplating what am I going to scab across that chassis for a body mount. And when I finished it, I actually should have filmed it. It was a good popsicle. It was a fudge-sicle. Check it out. We get in close here and you'll see we got a popsicle stick going across the chassis with a hole drilled in it, and that's going to be for the front mount. It should work, you know. I don't know. It's glued in with a little bit of Gorilla super glue, and it pretty dang solid, so we'll see what happens, but we'll be back. Alright guys, so I went ahead and got the screws in. These are M2 screw, M2.5 screws to the mounting of the chassis. I did put some coil springs in. I want to see what that's going to do for any kind of performance or anything, but I will tell you this, that is fully adjustable for height, front, back, and all that good stuff. So let's take a look. With the body on there, we are getting a little bit of, actually quite a bit of body roll. We got spring action in the back, the front. Overall, we're going to just see how this works. If it don't work, we'll just mount it solid. But we're checking different things out. Next big thing is going to be put it on the track and see what she does. It's coming along. Sits a little higher in the front. I can bring the back up. I can bring the front down just a little bit. She's looking good though. I got wheel inserts for this. Part 3 is going to be body and paint. Got a couple little dings in it that are going to get some body work done, and we're going to paint it. But anyway, this is body's mounted. Part 2 is almost complete. We're going to do a test run up on the big track. This is my childhood car right here. Can't wait to get her on a test run. Fellas, I just can't wait. We got to do a bench test. And on this bench test, we have a chicane in the middle, all the way down to the hits the rag. I haven't got my track down yet. That'll be tomorrow, Sunday. And we'll actually take this car out of the big track, but I just couldn't wait. So let's see what we get here. Let's see what kind of handling we get. We got a body mounted with coil springs, no magnets. Let's see what happens. Well, I think that was pretty much a success. It held that chicane. Yeah, it kicked out a little bit. She didn't come out of the slot. She was straightening out, and I'm really, really happy with that little test run. That's coil springs, so we got a lot of movement in the chassis. That might have helped it stay in. I'm not sure, but we're gonna test run this thing tomorrow. I'm bringing down my big track, which is up above me. I don't have a choice. I don't have the space, so it'll be down tomorrow on Sunday, the 5th, and we're gonna get some test runs just the way it is now, and also we're gonna mount it solid. Take the springs out, make some small adjustments on height, clean the tires real good. We'll run it solid, and then we're gonna also put a magnet in it, see how it does, man. Hey, thanks you guys, man, but hey, stick around because I'll be right back. Well, let's get these tires scuffed. This is just a very inexpensive homemade tire scuffer cleaner. Yeah, I'm not going to go spend a bunch of money on a tire tool, but anyway, let's get these things scuffed up. This one's just all gravity. Just let it sit underneath there for 15 seconds. A little bit of Windex on the tires. Well, let's get on the track and get this dinosaur running. All right, fellas. We got the Raceway down. Cleaned the track. Everything's looking good. Got good connections everywhere still. All I've done to the 4J, the old dinosaur, is I scuffed the tires, cleaned them, and you're seeing this first lap with me for the first time. So let's see what she does. Whoop, spun out already. It's okay. I gotta take it, it's hard to film. You can get on it, man. Whoa! spun out again. Hang on, fellas. This is no mag. This is with coil springs. And she's struggling a bit to get traction. But she hauls ass in the straightaways. Turns, they gotta. Not bad for a first run. We're gonna go ahead and mount solid now. Get those springs out of there, and then we're gonna do the magnets. Hey guys, you guys heard that car on those couple laps I just ran. It was so loud. Terribly loud. So I got it solved, I think. What I've done is on the body post where it mounts with the M2 screw to the chassis, I put in a couple of rubber O-rings. Don't know if you can see these. I use it as a spacer, front and back. They're little tiny O-rings. I'm not sure what size they are, but they fit perfect in there, and they dampen the body to the chassis, the sound. And we're going to see if this works. I also pulled the windshield out that was kind of loose and rattling like a son of a gun, so I pulled it out so that I got to paint this car anyway, but let's see if that made a difference. You guys ready? Now, do you hear the difference? What a flipping difference that is. He runs better. He's faster. No springs. That didn't work out, but I was just experimenting anyway. Oh yeah, she's running good. She's gonna be one of my top. Whoa, he just crashed it. So I put a magnet in. It's in the middle of the chassis. Doesn't hold great for the rear end, but it sure holds a lot better, man. Here we go. Oh yeah, she tears it up. She's pretty damn fast, I'll tell you that. Look at that. Success. We're gonna run it with the mag. She is an absolute beauty. Of course, that's my opinion, but I know Rob Sale would agree because it's a GT40 4J series. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this part 2. We now have the old dinosaur running again, and part 3 will be body and paint. If you like this kind of content, watching this old dinosaur come to life, then you can like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate everyone who stuck around for these first 2 parts of a 3-part series. Thank you guys very much.